We had a couple of questions online about whether the girls participating could actually set the agenda of what they wanted to do in terms of activities.
Yeah, that's a great question. So part of the schedule that we put together has activities and places we're going to go and things we're going to do ahead of time from a, like a, I guess, planning perspective, yes. However, we build in 2 to 3 events that the girls are planning in addition to that reunion, and then the stuff we put on this, the kind of the calendar to begin with is based on what we've done in the past. So absolutely, they are involved in designing what they do and where they go.
Do you have anything for people who are over 30?
That's a good question. So right now, we started with teens, we're going younger, and then we have some young adults, and the goal is that it's, once you're past kind of, adolescence or teenage years, it's less about your age and more about your interest, and it doesn't, you can hang out with people of a variety of ages, and so we're working on interest groups to try and connect people who have similar interests and facilitate that. So or some of the theme topics that we're going to talk a little bit more about. So
in short, not specifically for that age range, but it's definitely a need that we're seeing and hearing from our girls too, and that in some ways is coming in that with those GNO alumni folks too, kind of seeing we want to have more opportunities to get together. So they're doing some of that on their own, I would say, but as far as formal programming at this point, that's something that we definitely see developing, but don't have concretely at this point.
Hi, I have a 2-3-part question. The first is, I know one of the parents had said that there was a cost associated with the program, so just wondering what that looks like for the participants and for the organizers who are partnering with you. And also, does it qualify for funding? Because in Canada, families do receive some funding, so I'm just wondering if your program is funding consistent and how families might be able to access that.
Sure. Funding's come from a variety of sources over the years. At times we've had some grant support funding that allowed for kind of some cost sharing with families who participated, and the fee for service has kind of varied over time, kind of relative on kind of what other forms of support that we have. So at this point, it's been a fee for service, and it's a few $100s to participate.
Like 600.
600. Okay.
It's because we don't, it's out in the community, so we don't build group therapy. Sometimes people will build group therapy that do interventions like this, and it's very important to us that this is, the way we want it. And so we have not, so it's been out-of-pocket pay. And then now Jessica's been working with our folks at the university to try and use some autism codes that our insurance in Kansas is paying for more now so that we could build those codes. And then I've had families in the past from Missouri, they're right next door to us, and they have a different type of funding source where they've used their waiver money to pay for that. And then we're building our endowment so that we can help out with some scholarship types of things. And so, because we want anyone to be able to access it.
There is a cost to it. We think that helps with kind of buy-in and commitment to say, okay, I'm going to commit to dedicate this time. But we also really don't want cost to be a barrier to anyone participating in the program. So anytime that has come up, we've worked through things and found ways so that the kind of a financial aspect doesn't impact.
And the peers volunteer, so there's no cost as a participant. However, sometimes we go someplace and we say that it requires money. We've given small stipends in the past to help cover that because we also don't want to peer to not participate because finances would be a big deal. And then for the community partners, you were asking about the people that we connect with. Sometimes they'll donate their time or resources or give us a discount or give us something free. Then sometimes we just form that relationship and go.
And we've had some donations from community members and corporate folks who are interested in supporting the work as well. Not grand amounts, but we appreciate any investment that people want to make in the program. So.